Well, well, well. Y'all know how I like my salt and pepper wig. So this is one of them. But anyway, why I'm here today. Let's talk about what's happening in these political streets. Check it out.
They're parading that he's saving taxpayers' money. What he's actually doing is he is defunding organizations that regulate his companies. So he is weakening the people who would have weakened him.
So where he says he's fighting for the American taxpayer.
Respectfully, I say that's bullshit. And just like when he calls himself a free speech absolutist, when he clearly is boosting certain voices on X, including his own, and shadow banning others, relatively speaking. So, no, I know him too well to understand that this is a charade.
What is your ultimate fear?
My fear is that that he's manipulating President Trump to tear up the Constitution until he will tear up President Trump.
What say you? Now, I want you to key on something. He is dismantling the institutions that are required, that are regulating him, ultimately, or investigating him. Okay? But see, y'all want to look past that. And see, just so we're clear, so because I'm not here for that. This is not about whether or not you voted for Trump. It's about the aftermath since then. It is about the collateral damage since then. That's what this is about. Okay? And I've seen this content creator from the Dallas-Fort Worth area. She looks like me, beautiful woman. But I happened to see a video last night or something around there came up on my FYP, wherein she talks about, when you're working out, it hurts. It hurts, track meet and something like that. It hurts, you're not exercising those muscles, but then the conditioning, the outcome is better. Okay, we can go with that. And let me tell you something. I hope that you're right. I hope that it works out for everyone's benefit. But let me tell you why I'm reluctant to believe that. Is because when I see the collateral damage that is happening right now by the firings nilly-willy. Now, what bothers me is when people say, well, President Clinton did it. Well, Obama did it. Okay, so they did. But let's go back to President Clinton, if you will. Okay, he did, I think, over 300-something thousand jobs. And he had a reason for that. But he did it in accordance with the law. Okay, he did it in accordance with policy and regulation. So it was systematic. He didn't cut off the heads of these union organizations that fight for employees. He did not disregard the law. He did not do it haphazardly, i.e. sending people. Okay, so I just saw something recently. Because you ordered everybody back to work. That's fine. You ordered them back to in-person jobs, even though many of them were hired for remote jobs specifically. You sent them back to buildings that they don't have enough parking. I saw one recently. You got an agency that has roughly 2,000 people in the headquarters, only 700 and something parking spaces. You gut the people who, from these agencies who administer the programs for people like me, veterans, for people like children with disabilities, because a friend of mine, her sister worked for 25 years for the Department of Education as a lawyer in the Office of Civil Rights, protecting children with disabilities. And then you have a president who blatantly shows you who don't give a damn about veterans because he was busy playing golf. Instead of receiving the handover of our troops who support and defend the Constitution of the United States and obey the orders of the Commander-in-Chief, the President of the United States. So again, ain't nobody got no problem with rifting. Ain't nobody got no problem with none of that. But decent and in order. Decent and in order. And if you think, and then you got somebody like the Secretary of Commerce gonna say to us, if my mom didn't get her Social Security check, my mother-in-law didn't get her Social Security check, and y'all all right with that. See, it's the willful ignorance for me. Again, this is not even about who you voted for. It's about the willful ignorance since the change in leadership. It is about the willful ignorance for the conservative party who won't even heed to the will or the interests of their own constituents. It's the willful ignorance for me. It's the willful ignorance when you have veterans whose appointments have been canceled because the staff who was given the therapy has been fired. And for those of you, that's not true, kiss my ass, because it is true. It's the willful ignorance that you have these processes in place when you have to bring back these people because they were fired illegally, and you don't even inform the human resources people of the information they need to give them to bring them back properly. It's the willful ignorance for me. And let me tell you something, I want to be wrong. If they say, prove me wrong, I have no problem with, please let me be wrong. And then you will say the trillions of dollars that Elon Musk has saved. How come if he saved so much money, why not show everybody? If you don't want to show everybody, why not show the whole Congress so they can see the receipts? But see, y'all done bought it hook, line, and sinker. Let me tell you something. No one is defending the fact that there is wasteful spending. I've told you throughout the course of my career, military and federal, I've had to drop some dimes. Whistleblowing. Ain't nobody got a problem with it. But by the same token, all these cuts, Elon Musk, the president, they getting richer and richer. Wealthier and wealthier. You just heard his former business partner, and I'm sure y'all gonna say, well, he's just disgruntled. Okay, he might be, but does that mean he lying? You can be disgruntled and still tell the truth. Okay, try again. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? Take that with you. Oh, and one last thing. When President Clinton, since I'm sure y'all want to try to parse that apart. When he cut those 300 and something thousand jobs, again, trying to balance the budget, etc., by the time he left, not only was it balanced, we had a surplus. So don't get your shit together before you try to come and talk to me. Thank you.